Chapter 9, Break Free. Barely escaping their pursuers, Yugi and friends decide to try and take the lightly defended Fort Chelyumen. How do I pronounce that? Surrounded by steep mountains, the small Fort Chelyumen doesn't hold much strategic importance. But taking the fort is the only chance they have to break free of the Imperial forces surrounding them. But there isn't much time. As soon as Yugi's forces approach, the fort will send for reinforcements. Yugi needs to take the fort before reinforcements arrive. Alright, so we can take 5 marshals with us. Oh yes, Teia's healing bonus, that improves the healing her monsters get in a base. I'm taking Mai with me. Let's see. Mako's probably not going to be much chop in this one if we're looking for speed. Tristan is all reliable, he'll tag along. Joey's team is going alright. Well, I probably could give Tristan a bit of a break. Fistus can come along. Fistus will be pretty handy. Even if she is a bit of a joke character in all fairness, her stats haven't improved one bit. That's kind of crummy. So, I need to outfit Yugi's team with a bit more healing. Thankfully, I can do that now. There we are. Good healing. Joey's team. What do we got for your kit? Robotic Knight only has blue medicine. So what I will do is I'll give it a deal of Phantom and maybe some red medicine. Actually, we'll remove that. So it can't use magic. I don't think machine types get much in the way of magic. I'll put a Monster Reborn on just in case. Okay, so compatibility's going well. Fistus team. Right, she's got decent healing. Let me have a look at the monsters. We don't have... What do I have in the way of flying monsters? I've only got... There's Feral Imp, which flies. Most of my flying monsters are concentrated on one team, and that's Mai's. And Winged Dragon, Guardian of the Fortress, isn't very strong. I mean, admittedly, Horn Imp's not much... Horn Imp's only stronger because it's got Black Pendant. So that I've got another flying monster on my team, I will set red medicine, deal of Phantom, and I have no spare Dragonic attack. I should have bought a few more. That'll do. Okay, so Shimon's team is fine. Mai's team is phenomenal. So... let's get going. I'll make sure we save and then we'll move on to the battle. I shall see you there. I know where to find the monsters too.
What? Are you telling me the Resistance is headed this way? Quickly, tell Master Scott to send us reinforcements immediately. Yes, sir. The commander at Fort Chelyumen is a Tensor, a former mage of the Imperial Order. A Tensor is a marshal, but a very weak one. He is ill-suited to command the defenses of the fort. We should be able to take the fort quite easily. However, we have received word that a messenger was sent from the fort, most likely to request reinforcements. Now, it could just be me, but he might be asking for pina coladas, but then again, it's not Friday. So, I think it is reinforcements. If the reinforcements get here, we have little hope of winning. We must take the fort as quickly as possible. Alright, so I want to send Joey down here. What have we got coming at us? Anti-air and
Now, if I go directly into the mountains... to the east... I mean the west. That's west, Patrick! Joey, please come back. Alright, let's set Fizdus up here. And I have to send mine to the southwest. This is going to be a bit of a rough one. But we're looking for some new monsters along the way, too. Oh, rightio, Harpy's pet dragon moves on the ground. They're all grounded movement. Let's get that barricade up and running. And hopefully I find what I'm looking for. We've actually got a couple of monsters to find in this one. No new team members, though. Alright. Guns are firing. We've got how many enemies coming at us? 5. Alright, Joey should be able to take care of this one. Then I'll switch Shimon in because we got spellcasters. And oh boy, is that going to be fun for Shimon. Right. Yep, as I expected, the healer always gets to move first. They do it, the game does it on purpose. There is no set turn order, it just decides at random. I'm pretty sure it just decides at random. But anyway, we've seen Harpy's pet dragon. Oh, right, they're dragons. What am I worried about? I've got 2 warrior monsters on my team. Take him down, Joey. This is going to be a little easier than I thought. Oh, boy. And there we go. That has knocked them out pretty easily. Now, we should have a really good advantage against the rest of these. And I'll just sort of chop and change my teams as needed. Well, Robotic Knight gets to gun another one down. Firearms bore a significant advantage against Samurai when you... Oh, 9 health. That's another one for the Tempting Fate counter. But yes, generally, firearms bore significant advantages against Samurai. It was through the use of the arquebus and similar weapons that Nobunaga Oda actually gained significant advantages and was able to unify Japan during the Sengoku period. The use of the arquebus to destroy the Takeda cavalry at the Battle of Nagashino was what ultimately set everything up. Let's see, you go there. Alright, so next one, we move Fizdus in. Shimon can take care of this one. I'll probably just switch out. I'll move Joey out of the base and hopefully we run into those monsters. Now, have we got any heal? They've all got a lot of power because otherwise their attack sucks. But it is worth noting, Aquamador I think can get a special attack that hits all enemies. Neck Hunter? Take it down! Alright. That's close enough to not be Tempting Fate. More hydro pumps! Alright, so... I'll just do massive I'd rather use Blackland Fire Dragon to finish it off because this way I'm not wasting my attacks, you know? Because it's... Sometimes I think it's important to do the utmost damage to certain monsters. Just sort of change your targets and have a weaker monster finish things off so you're sort of not wasting the damage. There are no points for overkill. Which probe? I do not want your probe, sir. We all know the stories about those. I do not want those. I don't even know why its attack is called Witch Probe. It's... Well, it's Dragon Piper, for heaven's sake. It's playing a flute. It manipulates dragons. Oh, come on. Come off it, game. You're doing this to mess with me. It really is just doing this to annoy me. I'm pretty sure of that. Alright, let's put you out of the action. Let's put you out of the action. I mean, it's still an easy fight. It's just, I'm pretty sure the AI... Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot that Blackland Fire Dragon... I've built my team around being Knight Adept, not around... I'd probably need another Fiend monster, but then if anything ever happens to have Enchanted Javelin, I'm dead. But then again, I don't think the AI actually gets that. It is worth noting that on the card, Dragon Piper has, I think, 200 attack, 1800 defense. So that was not the most challenging fight. We're always going to win it. It's just me being picky and not just killing enemies. Alright, so... this could be a bit of a toughie. Garuzis is... well, Garuzis and Axe Raiders, are both fairly strong. And they've got equip items, but they're not that powerful on their own. I mean, look at their levels. This must be sort of the breather level. Alright, let's try and knock out Swordsman from a foreign land, because our attacks should be able to dish out too much damage for it to handle. Depends on what happens next. How about that? I actually got to kill it. But yeah, there are some interesting little bits and pieces that will pop up in the monster profiles. It's kind of annoying. Wait, do they both have the same attack? Let me see. Yeah, they both have attacks called Crushing Axe, and they're both warriors. The only note is that Garuzis actually has slightly better stats, which I suppose... better, but it's also a level 5. Which is... well, it's a bit of an issue in the card game, but it's not that much stronger in terms of attack, and has slightly better defense here. And defense doesn't really matter that much. So yeah, that's really interesting. I didn't actually notice that before. It's a little bit odd, but it's just how the game goes sometimes. Very strange indeed. Alright, let's gun that down. And we're almost good. So, this mission can be over very quickly. It's just a matter of finding where on earth the monsters are. I really hope I've actually found some, because I can get Sangha of the Thunder and another Harpy Lady, and believe me, you want the Harpy Ladies. I've discussed them in the profile for it on episode 7, but I'm not kidding when I say they might be the most broken combination in the entire game. You put the 3 Harpy Ladies together, you outfit them with Cyber Shields, or Beast Fangs, but I prefer Cyber Shield because it's aesthetics. You outfit them with Electro Whip. You can outfit them with power and with healing items if you need to, because it does pay to have that. You stun your enemies. Electro Whip means their attacks always paralyze. You stun your enemies, you spam Triangle Ecstasy Spark. Nothing touches you. Absolutely nothing. Is that? No, that cannon is a long way off recharging. But I still have no word on the other monsters. They said mountains directly west and to the southwest. So I hope I was correct. I hope I was correct. Surprised... I'm surprised that Swordsman from a foreign land actually hasn't made a move. There we are. I mean, it's probably not a good idea to make your weakest monster the healer. Because I'd say usually the mid-strength one with decent AP. I think Winged Dragon should probably heal Silverfang. Silverfang's got more oomph. Silverfang can't heal. I'm probably going to get Silverfang knocked out. I probably should have healed. Because the game is actually being nice to me. What gives? It's probably being nice to me because I have managed to miss the monsters. Where are they? I'm absolutely certain they're supposed to be around here. At least I hope they are. I mean, we've got this fight, but... Oof. Jeez Louise. Okay, we can hold off for now. Summoned Skull has survived. Joey's going to be defending the base from now, so Fizda's team is safe. But yeah, she really... I guess she really is intended to be the joke character. But the thing is, she actually does stick around for the game, and she's fairly useful at least. She was just a background character in Forbidden Memories. A few characters from Forbidden Memories, as I said, do wind up popping up along the way here. Well, that missed, great. But we've got this easily. And now we wait for the last attack to miss. Nope, we're good. We have a nearly dead skeleton, but we're all good. Good, another level for Summoned Skull, more power. It's building up nicely. Takes a long time for it to get AP, though. Joey sets up to face the last one. Where is that monster? Yugi's team is trashed. Did I not go directly west? Oh wait, I'm not actually at Cerezo. Oh, I'm an idiot. Cerezo is the one further down. Oh, jeez Louise, nearly down in one. I'm an idiot. Yugi's probably wondering where on earth he's going. Look, it's Tristan's homebrew, okay? Don't get into Tristan's homebrew. Trust me, it's not good stuff. Don't ask me how I know when they're in the game. I just know don't get into Tristan's homebrew. It won't end well. At least this attack looks cool. Right, now I need to send Yugi and Mai down to Cerezo. That was unbelievably stupid. Oh, well. This little recording session's been a bit of a fiasco in all fairness. At least this will give me time to actually tell you about the monsters we're finding if I haven't already. Well, actually, we've only got one profile, because the other one is a harpy lady. And it's kind of cheating. It's padding out the roster. Flame Swordsman seems to be left-handed. If the way his attack animation goes is anything to go by, he seems to be left-handed. It's certainly not a problem, though historically speaking, left-handedness often was seen as a problem. Which is stupid. I mean, there's a course I'm doing as part of work that was trying to explain that credit and debit were the Latin for left and right, and I basically sent them an email saying, no, it's not. That's dextra and sinistra, or the words associated with that, because words associated with the right hand, it's where we get dexterity, it's where we get adroit from. Words associated with the left hand generally have negative connotations, e.g. sinister and gauche from French. Though also the main ghost is a dagger held in the left hand. Yugi. I've really stuffed up on this one. Mine will move a little bit faster though. Sanga of the Thunder made its international debut in Metal Raiders with sporadic appearances since. In Japan, it debuted in Volume 5 and returned in Revival of Black Demon's Dragon, one of the sets which made up our Metal Raiders. Sanga of the Thunder is the odd one out among its trio in the international versions, since it sticks closer to their original naming theme. Trivia aside, this powerful lightning demon can drain an opponent's attack power, making it difficult to best in battle. The skill can only be used once while it's face up on the field though. It is kind of hard to get out, but quite potent. It's the strongest of the trio as well. This monster forms the torso and arms of the god of awesome but impractical Gate Guardian. Don't worry, that's here too and still as awkward as ever. If you want a little bit more information, the kanji for thunder is visible on this monster's body. Okay, so we've got a couple of copies of Metal Morph. That's going to be really good for us because that will enable us to get a couple of monsters sorted out later on. One during this story and one a bit later on. Back to speeding things up. Lightning Chidori made its debut in Cosmo Blazer, reappearing in Premium Gold, Infinite Gold, internationally. No other release occurred in Japan. Lightning Chidori is a versatile card capable of disrupting your opponent's plays with classic wind-style bounce effects. It takes its name from the sword of warrior Dosetsu Tachibana, originally named Chidori or Thousand Birds. One day Tachibana was struck by lightning but saved himself by using his sword to cut the thunder god inside the bolt, or so the legend goes. He renamed his sword Raikiri, or Lightning Cutter, from that day. In various video games, it will show up in the hands of his daughter YuGiOh, or sometimes her husband Muneshige, both of whom are associated with lightning, and in some occasions like Pokemon Conquest, with birds as well. Occupate, I'm so glad you're alright. Iroh, you're already in the Resistance. Thank you so much for bringing my sister. I am yours to command. Oh, thank heavens. Right, let's get Mai back here. And Yugi, once we get Yugi to the fortification here, we will be able to look for the other monster in the mission. Alright, come on, let's get going. I'm not exactly sure how long I've got because the reinforcements don't turn up when the time limit runs out. They turn up beforehand as far as I can remember. I've got to go directly west now. Wait for... Forgive me if the pronunciations aren't great, but Apocalypse made its debut in Absolute Power Force. It had no other international appearances but reappeared in Japan's Duelist Edition Volume 4. Apocalypse is named for Katakil, the Incan god of lightning. It is said he was also the chief priest of Mama Killa, goddess of the moon and wife of the sun god Inti. It's no surprise then that this card is part of the Inca archetype used by Rex Goodwin in Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. In a pinch, Apocalypse can serve as the level 5 non-tuner used to summon Inti or Killa, or retrieve Oracle of the Sun to set up the aforementioned synchro summons. This combination can be particularly potent if used correctly, and anything that helps facilitate that loop as one sets and the other rises is particularly handy. Thank heavens I've found it. Sanga of the Thunder, one of the combination pieces of Gate Guardian. So what level is this thing? Level 40, I don't think we get it at that level. But this is going to be a pushover. The component pieces of Gate Guardian are also pretty slow and they don't get huge amounts of AP. So this thing is really easy to take down. As you can see, we're smashing it already. And it chose to wait. Like, the AI is infuriating sometimes, but it's also really dumb. And there we go. That, after my bonehead play, that actually proved painfully easy. Well, there's another level up for Yugi too. Alright, now let's finish this mission before reinforcements arrive, and let's go. Sanger of the Thunder has joined the army. There we are, let's get going. Already here? Well, go get them! Protect me from these rebels! Alright, so Atensa's actually got a fairly decent machine team. It will, of course, get stronger as time goes on, but right now, it's not much chop, so... He doesn't have a healer, but his strongest monster is Launcher Spider. It's paralyzed! You see what the Electro Whip does? Like, the Harpies are so fast. And then you get to do this. This is unfair. Like, I will admit, it's a broken strategy. It's broken as all get out, and I love it. So we can concentrate all our attacks on Launcher Spider, but I can just use Iroh to shut down all those other attacks. Like, I can just pick and choose. I can just... I mean, eventually they will recover from paralysis. That is sort of on a random thing, but... I may not knock him out in one shot, but I can just wail on his monsters at my leisure. I'd better make sure I take out Launcher Spider. But, like, it's so easy. You get 3 Harpies and you can torture your opponents. And you get all of them in Yugi's storyline. Like, I use them in Yugi's storyline on Mai's team. And, like, I point Mai in the direction of the enemy. Let's make sure Launcher Spider never gets to attack. I just point Mai in the direction of the enemy if I want to kill someone. Her team is phenomenal. A full Harpy team is broken as hell if you equip it right. And if you get all 3 of them and level them up well, Triangle Ecstasy Spark. Ooh, that is exquisite. You basically get their signature attack, which turned into a card, and you get to rip them to shreds. You just rip the enemy to shreds. It's almost not funny. At least it's not funny for the enemy anyway. Like, he's landed 1 attack. He chose to guard, but 1 attack throughout the entire fight because Iroh just tears him to shreds. Status conditions do wear off after a battle. That much is worth noting. But look at that. Look at that. That's effortless. It's absolutely effortless. I've got one of the fastest monsters in the game on my team and ready to go. It's worth noting that if you do wind up running into the reinforcements later on, you can actually beat them. Wait, somebody respawned. You jackass, you're going to die. You are totally dying. Because, like, the Harpies usually move first. They're the fastest monsters in the game. Like... See, there's their healer, out of action. Just shut down. The Harpies are broken. Machine monsters by virtue of their equipped spells. Well, let's call them equipped spells, out of force of habit. But by virtue of the items they can have equipped to them, they can be pretty broken. Their major disadvantage, though, is that they have very poor speed most of the time. It actually makes Jinzo when you get it pretty worthless because Jinzo's special attack confuses all enemies. You can equip Jinzo with Shock Shell. And there is no point. There is no point using its special attack because it will do damage and confuse enemies for 1 AP. Wait for it to attack us. There's a feud between Harpy's pet dragons. But this is going to be really good experience for Mai, but... yeah, like, we're not going to have anything to worry about. I'll have 2 Harpy ladies soon enough. I'll set up Mai's team for 2 Harpy ladies, and when you get the 3rd, oh boy. You equip them right and nothing touches you. You get to attack because I allow you to attack. You do nothing else. I'll probably take Curse of Dragon off Mai's team. Well, there we are, another victory against a complete chump. Maybe now we can fight the boss. It would be really funny though if I just tore my way through all these respawning enemies. Good. Yugi is lost in the mountains somewhere. And now we can just take the enemy down. This is really not fair. But I don't give a damn. There are so many games where the AI just flat out cheats, where you'll get horrible draws, where you'll be at the mercy of your tag partner who's a complete friggin' moron. So the fact that you can do stuff like this is honestly so much of a blessing. Like, unless they recover from paralysis fairly quickly, which is understandable. I mean, he at least gets to do something. But it's not going to help. Like, you just paralyze all 3 enemies, drop Triangle Ecstasy Spark, and if they live, you just tear them to shreds. Tear what's left of them to shreds. And there we are. And because the Harpies have so much AP, they will hold out in a fight so well. You can just inflict death of 1,000 cuts. Jeez Louise, Mai really focuses on action points. She's really good for those. She'll cap those out. And there we go. Chelnyaman liberated. We have escaped the enemy. And that's not a bad run. We're ready to go on the next one, having eluded pursuit and made it out of the fortress. I kinda goofed, but we did at least get what we came for and avoided reinforcements. Thank you very much for joining me. Till next time, this is Red 2, returning to base.